Hi class. So today's lesson is going to be going over the benefits and importance of flexibility and stretching. So anybody who's taken my class in person knows that we start off by usually warming up, doing some laps, either walking or running them, and then we come together in a stretching circle. The reason we do this is because stretching has a lot of benefits for our body. You know, stretching is important at any age. It doesn't matter if you're already flexible or if you're super tight and maybe really stiff. Stretching really helps move those joints through full ranges of motion, keeping ligaments, which are the pieces that are attached to your muscles, and tendons, which are what attach the muscle to the bone. That's what keeps it all flexible. So stretching is important because it prevents injury. It, in some cases, can improve athletic performance. It just, encourages a healthy lifestyle in general. It could help ease sore or tight muscles. Maybe you feel good after stretching out after a tough game. It promotes better posture, kind of helps keep yourself upright. And, really helps in avoiding that stiffness and helping your muscles recover after running or playing sports. And then it helps with blood circulation so that your muscles and joints are getting all that needed blood throughout the body. And it reduces stress. Anybody who's ever, maybe played around in yoga knows that it could actually really help release some of that stress and tension that you may have. So a few things to note is that as far as stretching and flexibility goes, it is important that you warm up first. So I wouldn't ever suggest just jumping right into stretching. In fact, that could have the opposite effect and in some cases be damaging. So what you want is to always warm up a little bit first. Maybe, before doing these exercises in the video, I suggest even running in place super hard for 30 seconds. But ideally 5 to 10 minutes of warming up. Or, even if you're doing this in a sport with a team or you're outside playing, it's a good idea to really incorporate stretching after your physical activity or after warming up. That way your tissues are less likely to get injured or pulled. So I'm going to just show you a few that I want you to work on. We're not going to be doing them together with my usual timer with start and stop. But I just want to show you some that would be really good to incorporate into daily life. So for instance, every morning when I get up, if I feel like I need to wake up, sometimes I'll just do jumping jacks in place in my room. And then I'll go into some stretching, and that really helps put me in the correct mental space, like a good positive headspace to get my day started. And it just kind of wakes up my body along with it. So let's go ahead and do a few together. So of course, the classic one that you all know is just a standard toe touch. So bending at the hips and coming down as far as you can. Last year, at the very beginning of the year, I wasn't able to fully touch my toes, and now I could basically put my hands under my feet. And that's from just consistent stretching. You don't have to be doing this for hours every day. If you could just even dedicate 30 to 60 seconds per stretch each day, that's gonna help improve your flexibility. So toe touches is a very good one. And for me, it always just really feels good. You really feel the stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Next, I'll sit so you could maybe see me a little better, but some half neck circles. So this is touching one ear to one shoulder, and then bringing your head forward so that your chin's touching your chest. Do this slowly, you don't want to hurt yourself. And then bringing the other side, the other ear to the other shoulder. So this really helps stretch the neck out, especially with how you all are sitting in your positions in front of your computer each day. This could be very helpful. And just to practice that motion there. Remember to keep that going slow. The point is not to do that fast and hurt yourself. Next are shoulder circles. So that's just raising your shoulders all the way to your ears and fully extending them back and then forward again, and back. And then you're going to want to take that the opposite way. Okay? Next, I want everybody to get into the habit of practicing arm circles. So for this, having arms straight out, start off with tiny circles. Make sure to keep your arms nice and stiff and straight. And then as you feel fit, increase those circles so that you're covering a wider range of motion. Remember, it is important to keep things going slow here so that we're not actually hurting ourselves. But nice big arm circles, and then take it counterclockwise as well. Next is side bends. So for this, you will need to be standing. Well, for all of them, you should be standing. Side bends, you have arms at the sides of your body, and then really you're just gliding down one arm all the way to your knee, and then switching that to the other side. So doing those back and forth, and you really kind of feel it in your obliques, getting that nice good stretch in. One more is reach for the stars. So this one always feels just really good, and I usually do this every morning. It's being on your tiptoes and then reaching your arms up. Probably can't see me that well, but really just extending your full body so that you're reaching for the ceiling, and then your feet are pulling yourself down. So you're really just extending your full body like a piece of taffy. And then lastly, my favorite to kind of go into a very relaxing position is child's pose. So for this, you are on your knees on the ground, feet flat back, and you're just extending forward. This is a yoga pose that's pretty popular, and it's because it feels really good, and you can often just kind of lay in this position for a long time. So arms are extending forward, forehead touches the ground. And with that position, you feel the stretch in multiple areas in your body. So for this lesson, I just want you each to do some of those stretches and tell me which ones really felt good for you. Tell me which other ones maybe you want to incorporate that I didn't go over today. But again, try to make stretching part of your daily routine, even if it's just for 5 to 10 minutes here and there, maybe in front of the TV, or when you're doing some reading, maybe be in a position where you could also be stretching out. A lot of ways to do that. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you next time.